what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jita, and I'm back with another review. This time I have SH Figuarts Iron Man 3 Tony Stark and his power stage. So before we look at the figure, take a look at the box. It comes in, you get the product shot of Tony Stark on the front. It comes in a nice window display. You got Tony Stark stenciled up front. On the side, you got your Tony Stark. On the back, you got his Tony Stark and all the things that he does that Figuarts like to show off so well. Get some Japanese stuff right there. On the side, you got Tony Stark right there. The figure. On the top says Tony Stark. And the bottom, Tony Stark. And that's it for the box. And inside your box, you get your Tony Stark figure. He also comes with this power stage, as shown in the Iron Man 3 movie. Comes with an instruction sheet and gets a little bit of warning about rubbing on his shoulder joints. But it shows you how to interchange all the parts that come with him. And then speaking of parts, and also show you how to put the power stage and stuff. And you can see it comes in 3 separate parts, but these 3 separate parts can break down even further. And you get the little central base right there. And speaking of parts, he comes with some accessories, some parts for the Iron Man Mark 42 joke armor. And you see he got an open hand, he got a holding hand, which I don't know which is for. He has a glove hand, interchangeable hand for the gauntlet, which has a fisted hand, an open hand right there. You get him with 2 boots, same hands, other side. And here's the Tony Stark figure. And here he is in Iron Man 3 when he was trying to test out the Mark 42 armor. And he was injecting himself with the little receivers inside of it. Receivers inside of him so that he can call upon the armor at will, no matter where he's at. So yeah, you get the nice digital graphics face on here. It was really nice, very, very nice, just like Robert Downey Jr. Kind of like a portrait, just printed on plastic. It looks like. Too bad they couldn't match the skin tone with his neck and everything like that. They couldn't, or his forearms and stuff. So his face is a little bit darker than the rest of his body. So that's okay. You got the nice art right there on his chest, which they could have like subdued it a little bit more, to like it's actually showing through his shirt instead of like it's being on top of his shirt. But nice. His shirt looks very, very detailed. You can actually feel the texturing throughout here, and you get the nice detailing for the texturing. You can see it yourself on there. Nice lines, nice scope work for his pants. You see the pockets, and you bring his back. You can see his belt. Not the greatest of belt sculpting, but it is sculpted nonetheless. Good. Back of his pants, knees. Look at them shoes. Shoes look pretty good. The laces sculpting in there. Nice. No peg holes at the bottom, but nice treads. Back pockets. And that's about it. For articulation goes, his head does not really look up that well, but it does get the neck that moves. It gives him a little bit more articulation on that front. And again, look down, even more down with the neck articulation. Looks left and right. Can tilt a little bit side to side. Oh, his hair looks great too. Nice looking hair. No, I think his hair would be a little bit more black, and they got the blonde highlights on here. It looks kind of weird. I thought his hair was like all black. I don't know. I mean, I would even set some gray in there. But yeah, shoulders go up like so. Be careful. Watch out for the rubbing. Up like so. They rotate around 360. You got a little bit of a butterfly joint that works a little bit, not very well. No bicep rotation. Bends at the elbow, but can't rotate at the elbow, like so. Rotate at the wrist. Got a hinge at the wrist, and you can't swap the hands out, which I will show off when we do the accessories. Diaphragm joint, you can lean back, but wish they would make the sculpt of this go up a little bit higher, but that's probably the design of the shirt, because it doesn't go all the way through the shirt either, so it could just stop right there. But yeah, you bend back like so, right distance, lean forward. Also has a waist rotation. Oh, it got rotation at the diaphragm. like so. Get the waist rotation, get the diaphragm also can get you a little bit more rotation right there. Rotation can go away around like a hula hoop. The shirt hangs over the pants, as you saw before. You can get him into a crouching stance. His legs rotate at the groin. There does not appear to have a drop down joint in here. Like it's just a straight up like a wide joint, really. But yeah, doesn't drop down, which is okay. It can get up pretty good because this is soft goods up here in his crotch area. Can go back a good deal. Like I said, rotation at the groin, bends at the knee. Does not rotate at the knee, and he has an ankle pivot. He can go down, go up at the foot, and he has a toe hinge. So great articulation on this guy. Nothing too bad whatsoever on it. And also his neck does rotate. Let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. There are quite a few. Look at the power base. Just a regular old base and everything. It is painted right here. Know that it's not clear plastic, so it does not light up. I wish it did light up. I mean, I would pay a little bit extra money, or extra money for this being bumped up to the exclusive. Yeah, this is not exclusive. This is a regular figure, but I would have paid extra money for it to be exclusive, just to have a light up base. I mean, that would have been pretty cool to have. But yeah, I mean, it looks good nonetheless, even though it does not light up. And for the accessories that he comes with and everything, you interchange out his forearms and stuff like so. Oh, before we do that, base out the way, let's do a quick size comparison of just regular old Tony Stark with his Mark 42 armor. Yeah, you can see the armor is bigger than him, which is accurate. And it does look like he could fit his body inside the armor. One thing about the Iron Man armor, the suits and stuff that I was complaining about is like they never seem bulky enough to seem like a man or a Figuarts man could fit inside the armor. But they did a pretty good job with Tony Stark. His arms are pretty scrawny, so it like he can fit in there, and they don't look scrawny enough that they look weird on him. Nothing like that. But his head is humongous, so I don't think his head could fit in that helmet at all. It might. I don't know. Here's the armor. And bring in Cap from Civil War. And Cap is a little bit taller than him. I think Cap should be, I don't know, maybe a few inches taller than Tony. I don't think they're the same height at all, but looks good nonetheless. All right, now let's get into the reason why we're all here. So the change of the arms, just pull them out. They're pegged in like so, and you just peg it in to whatever arm you want, or to the corresponding arm, not whatever arm you want. So there, so you got the gauntlet on like there, and you can replicate him and change out the hands. You can pull his hands off, and you can put in the little palm hand, or the, like they say, the come here hand from the movie. If I can get the, there you go, pop that in, rotate it around, you can do it. Tell that, come here. So you got, and it flies over to it, puts them on, like so. And but the boots, I do recommend keeping both of them on at the same time, not just one, because it does make them a little bit taller, and you'll be standing up lopsided. I mean, you could work it so that he'll stand correctly and stuff like that, but it does make him a little bit lopsided. He does stand and everything, but it is give him a little bit more height with the boot on. I can't see that. So yeah, all you gotta do is just swap those out. And you just pull off, they're pegged in. Ugh. Nice and stiff. They don't fall off like the D-Arts Mega Man parts that happen to like randomly just fall off the figure. And they are solid. There you go. Make sure you get it all the way in there. So yeah, and the articulation for the boots and everything, they are great. They are better than the actual Mark 42's boots. So you can see you got a hinge right there, ankle pivot, which is nice and easy to move. It's not die cast like the actual suit is. And you got a toe hinge also, and the toe hinge goes down, which is kind of freaky. So yeah, and the foot does articulate down, up, but there is no the panels back here do not open up, nothing like that. He does have peg holes at the bottom, and like I was saying, he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet, so you can't just let the blast effects from your Iron Man suits and plug them in to the bottom of his feet. They have him doing like a flying stance, doing flying poses like this. And also you can pop up the hand, and you can put on just a single hand gauntlet onto here, or the single hand glove on here. It is a pretty little tight fit, a little bit, so be careful. There you go. It doesn't look too good because you got all this gappage going on right here, but it does the part and stuff. And when you switch out the hands on here, it doesn't have the ball hinge. It's just a regular ball joint right here. So you get pretty limited articulation out of this. So you can't put him in like in a true repulsor blast stance on here because you don't have you just got the regular ball. So you got limited articulation. So if you gotta do it, you gotta do it like so. And anyway, the repulsor is not painted, which means the repulsor is closed. So you really is not showing him firing anything really. You just got it up like he's going to fire. So yeah, you got a few options out there which you want, how you want to pose your figure to do and what to be and be all he can be. And here he is on a SH Figuarts flight stand. So you can get him into this kind of pose right here, like you're trying to test out his equipment. Kind of reminiscent of the first Iron Man movie. Okay, folks, there you have him. I do recommend getting this figure. He's a must-have for the Iron Man collectors like myself. This would go great with the upcoming Hall of Armor set. You can sit up behind this right here. This can be the front drop, and the Hall of Armors can be the back drops and stuff. But the only bad thing about the Hall of Armor is that they're exclusives. So I don't know how long, which is kind of dumb. How you gonna have something exclusive? You're gonna buy like at least 7 for the 7 original armors. Then you got all the other ones that came out of Iron Man 3. That's like how you, something like that exclusive. That's something you want to probably keep going and going and going. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, I do recommend getting it. It's for any Iron Man enthusiast of a Figuarts variety. I mean, if you're into buying these things, you can't go about getting this. It's essential. The face sculpt looks great. The coloring of the neck could have been better. They could have made it the same color tone and stuff like that, but it looks great even without the articulation for the repulsors and stuff. I mean, who needs that? We got so many repulsor blasts and stuff from the other figures. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, it looks good, and probably one of the best things about that movie. All right, y'all, that's about it for me, Jita. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you watch my other videos which I got posted up on the screen. My last videos, my last 3, and check out my SH Figuarts playlist. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.